parents at home, I have a picture of the children of Child Africa. And it's right in the corridor, so each time, every morning when I wake up, I look at the children of Child Africa and they energize me for the day. So from the time I was here, I go to a better life, like better globe, because I'm constantly energized every other morning from that picture and the stories that I do remember that were cited here when I was here last year. I thank you so much, the children of Child Africa. And just as I was seated there, I listened to the song of, giving your love out to other people. And I was like, I started thinking aloud, and I remembered that I have this announcement to make before I go to my speech. You all know, and you're pretty much aware, that Uganda is hosting the Commonwealth Youth Ministers Conference on 31st of July this year.
Yes.
So, the Secretary General to the Commonwealth, Madam Patricia Scotland, requested me that she wants to have a side meeting in honor of the little children of Uganda when she comes. So I echoed to the Master of Ceremonies here that now the children, this choir of Child Africa, will welcome the Secretary General.
Okay.
And she gets in to launch the side meeting with the First Lady of the Republic of Uganda, the champion of the girl child, the Right Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni. So that bit of the meeting is in honor of the children. And she says she was appointed on the 1st of April, you all know that. And she wants to leave a legacy in honor of the children. And she's coming to launch up a model that is being prepared right now by UNICEF. And they are coming up with a program where the families that are bearing children under 5 years will be given a monthly cash out of 23,500 shillings per month to be able to look after the little children. And that is very important for us as Uganda, because the main problem now in Uganda is actually the overwhelming and ever-increasing number of children in Uganda. To date, it is 24 million people below the age of 18. And this is unbelievable, and it's estimated that in the next 20 years, Uganda will have the leading population growth amongst the children in the whole world. So anybody that comes up to assist the children, like Julian and Reno, certainly we have no doubt that they are leading Uganda to its finishing line. So I would like you to see the members from the Ministry of Gender, particularly Dina. You've got to work with them tomorrow to know that they start the accreditation process. Please come forward for the children. So Madam Julie, you need to work with her. It's a little fast because this came in a little late, so that we can get the children accredited to receive the Secretary General and with a song, and then we proceed. Hopefully we'll leave no child behind at the end of our session in Munyonyo. This is because the Prime Minister is so concerned about Child Africa, and he is a personal friend of Julie and the husband. He's so concerned about this school, and probably all of us that wish the children well. And the reason I'm saying this is that I will not read much of my speech because I have a flight tonight at 8 o'clock at Entebbe. So I will rush through, but I've had it written and I'll hand it over. But the Prime Minister is so concerned about this school. And Child Africa ranks about the first 5 child caring institutions that we have in Uganda. as far as my office is concerned. We have a couple of them, but Child Africa is a class apart in terms of making the government realize its objectives. So it's at this point in time that I would thank Better Globe that is right here. I want to say this when you're still standing up, that we lose 327 children every day that are giving birth. Every day that are given birth to, we lose them. Almost 25% of the children in Uganda cannot have soap to wash their hands after going to the toilet. They cannot afford. And almost 100% of the children that start primary 1 lose out to senior 1. Only 25% can make it to secondary school. A whole lot of the children are impaired. They have disabilities. Even those that are not physical, that you cannot see with your naked eye, are impaired in their brain. Simply because of lack of a proper program of child upbearing. And that's why the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development has come up with the Early Childhood Development Program. Because we realize that until you attain to 0 to 8, you're more or less doing nothing beyond that age. So I really want to urge you and encourage you to work with Child Africa, to part with whatever you can, to ensure that Child Africa helps Uganda to realize its objectives. We have such a young population that we can hardly accomplish our objectives as a country unless we help the little children. As the Bible says, that whatever you do to the souls of the little children, you do unto me. So you're coming here today. You're not doing it for us, but you're doing it for Jesus. So I thank you, and I hope to listen, and I will know from Jolie how much you're doing, what you have done before, what you'll do today, and what you'll do thereafter. We rely on you greatly, and we thank you for all that we have done. You know that you're after building the entire hill and developing it almost completely. It's a whole lot of work to develop this hill. But we know with your support, we can go a long way further. Can you sit down, and I thank you once again. To the leadership of the region, the mayor and your team, the ministry commends your work. Kampala is one of those regions that are growing fast in terms of education and social development. So we rely on you to give Child Africa the right infrastructure to enable them to perform. They have tax issues and other issues relating to accessing communities and making the communities receptive to their work. So you have the probation office, you have the CDOs, you have whatever it takes. We are looking into hearing that Child Africa has the support, full support from you to make this happen. As a government, we have put in place several policies and programs to ensure that the foreign donors and communities work in harmony. As the Amendment Children's Act 2016, the National Integrated Early Childhood Development Policy and Action Plan, the National Framework for the Provision of Alternative Care 2011, the establishment of the Alternative Care Implementation Unit, the National Child Protection Working Group, the Alternative Care Panels, the Child Helpline 116 for reporting child abuse-related cases, inspection and monitoring of children homes using approved assessment toolkits. So the members of the Better Globe, be rest assured that the government is doing all that it can to ensure that your monies and your support are put to the right use. To the parents and community of Kabale, we thank you for supporting Child Africa. Without you, probably we could not access the little children. And I've heard that the board is comprising majorly of the local people here. And so are the workers. So we thank you for employing them, and we thank you for working with them. The Prime Minister nicknamed you the Lady of the Hills. So I have no reservations that you're entrenched and deeply in the hearts of the local people. You blend so well And they are so proud of you. As we were coming, we were listening to the stories. Julie, you have good stories out there. You might not know this, but you have helped a lot of souls. You are a goddess to many of the people in Kabale and beyond. I encourage you to always take stand. Even when you feel that it's getting tough, the tough will soon wear away. I thank you, Julie, for what you're doing for the people here. I would wish to thank the organizers of this function. It is the second of its kind, and it started on time. And I always believe, Julie, that whenever you invite us, you're always on time, and you give us the antiquities, you give us the ambience and courtesies that we all deserve. To the children, I thank you so much. Even when you're impaired, even when you're deaf, you can afford to smile because you're with Child Africa. So thank you for being a mother. Right? Thank you for being a father to these children, even when they feel that they are abandoned. The government of Uganda has recognized the children with disabilities, and we have a fully fledged department in the ministry. It is very rare. Uganda is so unique that even at a parliamentary level, we have the people with disabilities. So it's not the end of the tunnel. These people have hope to look into with the General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni leading the country. So I'll pass on my speech, and I hope to hear from you tomorrow, Julie, as we accredit the little ones, and together we will be, today and beyond, for God and my country.